guys, this is Amy with KETOLISCIOUS Life. I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts and my reaction to a recent video put out from the Weight Watchers spokesperson. I forget her name, but you'll see it in this clip I'm going to insert. She's basically, it was kind of interesting because the interviewer asked her, how are you guys doing? Your stocks have dropped, Weight Watchers hasn't been doing so well in the past years, and do you think that, some of this is because of the keto craze, the keto diet? And so check out her response.
What did the keto diet do to you guys?
Look,
do you blame that for a big part of the challenge?
I don't blame anyone for anything. You got to take responsibility for yourself.
All
However, there, on cyclical basis, there are things that come and they become the thing to do. And, the reason why people come back to what we do is we are not a short-term mechanism. One of the things that we feel is very palpable and powerful is we are the most livable program on the planet. And livability and sustainability today around healthy habits, around wellness, around weight loss are critical.
And then I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are on this whole Weight Watchers thing, because I've been on Weight Watchers before, so I can definitely say that it didn't work for me. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's not a diet that can work for people. I have seen it work for people. But what she says in this clip is that it's so sustainable. But that's exactly what I feel it isn't. I don't feel that Weight Watchers has been sustainable for people that I personally know that have done it, including myself. I feel like having to count and track stuff is really what didn't work for me. And maybe that's why, all the people that failed on Weight Watchers, maybe that's why it didn't work for them. Sometimes tracking and having to, plan out and do all your food planning, sometimes that's just not practical for people. And so for me, that doesn't make it sustainable. That makes it a full-time job, more like work, And so what I loved so much about keto and why it worked so well for me is that I didn't have to track my foods. I didn't have to plan out meals. I just went off of a list. I can eat this meat, this meat, this meat. I can have this vegetable, this vegetable. I can have these fats, butter, sour cream. It's pretty simple. And it's good food. It's food that you look forward to eating. And it's not hard to plan a meal based off of the list of keto foods. It's just not hard. With Weight Watchers, you're having to count points. You can have this, but not this, or you can have unlimited this, but not this. It's a lot more thought process that goes into it. It's a lot more planning. It's a lot more tracking. I feel like for Weight Watchers to be successful for people, for it to work for people, you do have to track, you do have to plan, you have to prep, you have to do all of that, right? And with keto, you can do that if you want. There are a lot of people that's what they feel works for them, but you don't have to do that on keto. And I think that's like the beauty. That's what makes it so awesome for me. That's what's made it sustainable for me. So anyway, what do you guys think? I personally think that, Weight Watchers is like Jenny Craig. And this is the funny thing is, this is the one across the board, when you look at all these diet plans out there, what is the first thing that they cut from your diet? What is the first thing that you have to eliminate when you're on one of those types of diets? Like, just ask yourself this question. What is the first thing you're cutting out of your diet? If you said sugar, if you said processed foods, if you said carbs and bread, oh, wow, isn't that funny? That's exactly what the keto diet is. And people are so quick to say keto's so unhealthy, it's so bad for you, yet it's cutting out the exact same things that all these other diets are cutting out. So stay tuned and I'll talk about this a little bit more. All right, guys, so I had to move locations because I'm taking my daughter all over today looking for cars and car loans and this and that. So yeah, back to the subject about Weight Watchers. And so the last thing I had said was, if you think about all the diets out there, the number one thing they are cutting from your diet are sugars, processed foods, and excess breads and carbs, right? Starches. This is something that you go back to the beginning of time. And also fat. They're cutting fats, which is the biggest mistake. So, keto isn't that far off when you get down to the nitty-gritty, when you compare it to all these other diets who claim, that they are so much better and so much healthier, and in reality, my lab results aren't going to lie, guys. I've shown my lab results. In fact, I just showed them, I don't know, probably 6 months ago. Well, I have more to show. I'll be showing those probably next week sometime. I had my new, like vitamin D levels, thyroid levels. I might have had some hormone levels checked. I don't know all what I had checked. But basically, the proof is in the numbers. My blood pressure is low. I haven't had like all the cholesterol levels checked again because I just had them done and they were already amazing. So the proof is in the pudding with keto. If I've stayed on keto for almost 2 years with only maybe 2 or 3 cheat days that I can even count, that is sustainable for me. I am not longing for things. I'm not, every day waking up going, I just hate my life. I can't eat good food. I'm craving all this stuff. It's gone. The cravings are gone. I don't crave it anymore. If I do crave it, which is very rarely now, I have replacements for it. If I'm craving chocolate, Lily's chocolate. If I'm craving cake, Smart Cakes or Mug Cakes or make your own cakes. If I'm craving bread, there's the 60-minute microwave bread. Have you guys had that? It is so good. You can toast it and you can have toast. You could have sugar-free jam and butter if you wanted to. There's just not a lot for me to go, oh wow, I'm just gonna fall off of this wagon because there's just nothing good for me to eat and I'm tired of being hungry. Everyone I talk to that's doing Weight Watchers or doing calorie restriction diets, the number one thing they tell me, I'm starving, I'm always hungry. And on keto, this is my experience. Now, it may vary for other people depending on health conditions, depending on whatever's going on in your body. But for me, I not only eat dirty keto, which, I'd say I'm more on the clean side of keto, but I'm definitely lazy keto. I don't track only unless I just kind of want to get a picture, a window of what I'm doing. And then I just sort of check myself. But I do not track every day. I do not meal prep. I just listen to my body. If I'm hungry, I eat. I've lost 55 pounds doing that. So I haven't, I've stalled, but I'm also like, you guys, I'm almost in the 140s. I did just get down to 148, which is my lowest low. And then I just like I always have done my whole journey, I bounced up a little bit. So I'm sitting at like 151. But you guys, for how long? Watch my videos. For several months, I was stuck at 155. I was stalled at 155. It was so annoying. So now here I am, still going down, still eating lazy keto, still having my iced coffees with Tarani syrups, still eating my, sugar-free gum. This is black cherry ice cubes, by the way. It is amazing. It tastes so good when you're craving something sweet or you just want something to chew on. Oh, so good. I don't have it every single day, but it's there for me when I need it. That's the great thing about keto. There is something for everything. You're not giving up something. And on other diets, you are having to give up quite a bit, if you ask me. Telling someone that, oh, you just have to power through it, you know, drink water if you're hungry, or exercise if you're hungry. You don't have to do that on keto. You eat, you listen to your body, and, you know, some days, you know, I've noticed there are days where I'm ravenous. Like, it seems like I'm like a bottomless pit. I think it has to do with hormones, you know, for women. I think that plays into it. I'll just eat. But what I eat is keto. It's keto. And I have never had like a huge weight increase because of that. So there you go. I don't know. For me, Weight Watchers is not sustainable. I've done Jenny Craig. Nope, not sustainable. The food is disgusting. Talk about torturing yourself. No, it's not good. I don't know anyone that has been sustainable on Weight Watchers. Nobody. I actually have some family members that have done Weight Watchers, lost some of their weight. They didn't even lose all of it. They lost a good chunk of weight, and then, oh, okay, I've lost the weight. I can go back to eating, you know, whatever I want. And so, of course, they piled it back on and then some. You know, and that to me is so much more unhealthy than finding a nice, balanced way of eating that is something you really feel like you can stay on. And also, as you guys have seen, there are so many companies coming out with amazing products to help us even stay more sustainable. As you've seen in the keto crates I've unboxed, companies are realizing the value in getting us more healthier snacks on our counters. So it's great. I can't thank keto enough for how it's helped me in my health and my life. And I'm sorry I'm rattling on. I just want to make sure I covered all the points, but you guys get the drift. I mean, how many people do you know that have gone on Weight Watchers, or even you yourself included? You've gone on Weight Watchers and then you stay on it for so long and then you fall off. Not to mention the cost. It's expensive. We're paying the salaries of these people way up at the top of this multi-billion probably company. Who knows how much money they're making. And then, you know, Oprah's involved, so you know there's got to be some money in there somewhere if she's involved. You know, anything on TV that you're going to be seeing commercials for, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, I don't know, what are some others? They're there because they're making big money off of people at their lowest. People who are sick, people who really do need help and really do need to lose weight. They're taking advantage of people. That's how I look at it. You know, after having learned about my body and how my body processes fats and proteins and carbs and learning more about the science behind it, I feel so much more educated now. Like, I would never go back and choose Weight Watchers ever, you know? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video, kind of a rant, kind of a reaction to watching this little clip. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I hope you're having a great week, and stay keto strong and keto on. Listen to your body. Eat when you're hungry. Stop when you're full. Don't punish yourself if you eat a little extra one day. It's not a big deal. This is long term. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.